Hey people, this is going to be a very informal video. There are no notes. I came across this article on one of those nights where I was just wasting time rather than going to bed. Came across this article on CNBC, Make It. I read the first and second line. Why should I be the only one receiving this knowledge? This is a good article for us because I can guarantee you are doing every single thing they said you should not do in this article. This is a child psychologist in the Netherlands, and that was what really caught my eye. I'm like, hey, what are they saying in Europe? Because if it's happening in Europe, it is shit and it is right. If it's happening in Africa, it's horrible. So, I would like to know, I genuinely love to know what other cultures are doing when it comes to parenting and home life and mom life. So I was interested. Then I read the first line. I was like, moved on to the second one, perhaps. The second one is where, that was when I said, no. We're going to read it and have pure reaction right here, me and you. Now, I do have the power to edit. So should I say something that later on I'm like, then I'll cut it off. All right. Okay. So let's get started. Netherlands, according to this child psychologist, it's home to the world's happiest kids, and these are 6 things parents over there never do. They never drive their kids to school when they can cycle. Most of you don't even know how to you don't even know how to cycle. So let's move on to number 2. What number 1 does, the cycling, according to this, it teaches them that no matter what kind of obstacle they face in their lives, they can get through it. I was like, the heck? I think they can learn that with driving too, because Loveth doesn't know how to cycle. And it also teaches them independence. So by the time most kids over there at 9 or 10, most parents trust them to bike to school on their own. And I was like, see, this is one part of parenting that I just don't know how I can achieve it in our current world of every day. There's an article on a kid getting snatched. Remember that video of that girl waiting for school bus? I'm not going to go into details because, I know you can be watching kids. But remember, just today, right now, while doing this video, there's a 9-year-old girl who was camping with her parents in New York. And so I'm thinking, I don't think I can do this. Let me know if your parents in the Netherlands, please let us know. Are you guys getting these articles, or is it our media here? Because, we blame the media for everything here. I mean, who killed Jesus? They did. Is that what our problem is? Is it that we're getting so many stories? Because when I was younger, by 9, 10, I was walking home with fellow schoolmates. By 13, I was crossing highways. Granted, there are circumstances, but would I let my kid do that now? When you read stories about someone stalking the school bus. So I'm sorry, Netherlands. I don't know. All right, number 2. So moving on. Number 1 may not be you, but if we're good at 5, it's okay if we lose 1, right? All right. They never hover over their kids. It's very common to see Dutch kids run free on playground without too much supervision. This is the line I read and I closed the laptop because I noticed this. My second office is the playground, and it hit me. Why are we all in the playground? Each parent is with their child doing whatever they're doing. So the child is going down the slide, the parent is right there. The child is going down the swing, the parent is right there. I thought, this is not right. This is not right. Shouldn't we let these children play? Why are we all on them? But then I felt like if I go sit down, then it makes it look like I'm the bad parent. Like I'm sitting there and letting someone else watch over my child to make sure they don't fall. And given the fact that I think we're only 5% Black, you see how the stereotype there, if I go sit down and every other parent is hands-on, you see what I'm saying? But this did jump out at me like, are we not doing too much here? And I know, I understand. See, when I stand there with my kid, is because I don't want my kid to need help pushing and no one is there to push but still, it's not right. It's not right. I agree. But how can we fix that? I don't know. I've told you how I can't. Statistics, there's a racial component to this for me. But how are you going to fix it? Dutch children are encouraged from a young age to explore their surrounding, to believe in themselves, and to dust themselves off when they fall. I can tell you I failed on that one. And I don't know. I don't know how we're going to raise because I don't trust my child to just walk up and down the street and I'm inside the house. And I don't know whose fault it is. All right. Number three, we we never work more than 40 hours a week. Should I even bother? Because a 2021 study found that nearly half the workforce in the Netherlands had part-time jobs. I keep trying not to go into politics on this channel and it keeps pulling me. I keep trying, it keeps pulling me. Having that dedicated time at home means more room for activities for the children, like playdates, clubs, and sports, or extra downtime to spend with parents. One of the biggest reasons Dutch people are so happy is that they value work-life balance. Listen, I don't even want to go into it because I have another video coming. But listen, even if my husband and I were to decide, you know what, we are okay with a one-bedroom house. We are okay with that house not even having any frou-frou thing, i.e., we can survive on part-time job. We can't even do that. You know why? Because healthcare. How are you going to pay for healthcare, i.e., insurance? We are not set up in this country to be on part-time jobs. So if I wanted to have that work-life balance, curtail my life expenses so I don't need to work so much, I'm still going to have to work. And I need health insurance. How am I going to pay for health insurance? We are not doing politics on this channel. But what I'm saying is perhaps we can't achieve this because of what we as a country have decided to value. Let's bring it back up. All right. Number 4, we never eat too many kids separately from our kids. Dutch parents make a point to have at least one meal together every day. It's a time for family members to connect and talk about their day. Feeling connected improves mental health of all family members and contributes to happier, more emotionally balanced children. Okay, so I agree. Eating together as a family is great for kids. That I know. And if you've been here long enough, I said I want our family to eat together at the table at least once a week. Do you know how how hard that is? Because that eating time is such a valuable time for me. Being able to sit down on your own and enjoy your meal in peace and quiet while watching your show is just priceless. When I eat with the kids, it's good, it's still family time, but it's not necessarily break time. You know what I mean? Because I'm still mommying. But without the kids, I'm not mommying. No happy mommy, no happy kids, right? All that to say, so it doesn't it doesn't happen during the week. But during the weekends, before we moved, we were better at it. And I found out ways to make it easier, which we'll discuss later. We ate together for the first time since we moved to Nebraska yesterday, and that's because the dining space. This is the first time we've had a dining space big enough for us, and it's not even big enough. We have to bring in a chair from outside. But we were like, we need to do this every week, at least once a week. Once a week, we need to get together. We need to eat together as a family because it's a good way to strengthen the bond as a family. It's more so for the kids. Eating together, no screens. It's a way to just force everyone to just focus on us, family. So this is an easy fix. This is an easy fix. All right, number 5. We never throw away structure. We never throw away structure. From the moment their children are born, Dutch parents are advised to provide rust, Reinheid regelmaat. Dutch people comments, which roughly translates to rest, cleanliness, and structure. I got the rest down. I got the cleanliness. The structure, not on weekends. For children to flourish, they need structure. We know that. Predictability, we know that. Rest and hygiene. It helps them feel safe and comfortable exploring the unknown. This form of more authoritative parenting is often linked to positive child development. But my question though is, how about the weekend? How about the weekends? Because in my house, there's no structure on weekends. On weekend is find your way. Do whatever you want to do on weekends. During the week, we have structure. But on weekends, come Friday night, mommy and daddy on break. Number six, we never say our opinion is the last word. Dutch parents want to make their kids feel both seen and heard. They involve children in the decision making process as soon as they can understand language and communicate. This way, kids learn to negotiate and set their personal boundaries from a young age. When we ask for our kids' opinion and truly listen to them, they'll be more likely to develop a sense of positive self worth. Dutch parents also don't shy away from discussing uncomfortable topics like, I'm not going to say it, X, Uggs, and gender. We understand that accepting our children for who they truly are is all they really need to grow into confident, happy, and balanced. Now, the we never say our opinion is the last word. Um, hmm. We encourage our kids to say what they want to say as long as they're respectful, because that's the thing. You have to be respectful, but mommy and daddy still trumps the decision. You know what I mean? So the other day, it's been a while now, my daughter made a case for allowance. I mean, I was impressed. I was so impressed. I almost said yes. How much do you want? You'll be getting allowance. I was very impressed. I mean, she listed her points. I was man. I said, now, the only thing holding me back is because right now, the only reason why allowance is wanted is so they can buy more toys. We've talked about toys, right? And I've already told them I will not pay you my belief system, what I believe, and not religion, i.e., my principles, is I'm not going to pay you to help around the house. Now, daddy and I will give you, money to, for whatever, but it's not going to be, you're not entitled to the money. We're going to give you. My struggle right now is she's only 9. I have 9, 8, and 4. I don't think a 9-year-old needs to be getting money. You see what I'm saying? That's my struggle, because my 9-year-old thinks and my 8-year-old is just for toys. But we've been buying toys. We've talked about toys, right? That's not where money should go. So after she made her case, I was just like, you're right. it made so much sense. She made a lot of points. It would teach her this, it would do that. Even though I knew it would teach you how to buy toys. But I was so impressed at how she knew she had to come correct. She knew she had to lay her points down to convince me otherwise. And after that, I said, okay, you know what? Daddy and I will talk about it. I'm going to talk to daddy now. We still haven't done it because let me know, parents, let me know. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? I don't know. I feel like 9 is young for just giving her just money, not to pay for chores, just here every month I'll give you this, but it doesn't mean you will get it every month. I don't want them to have that entitlement feeling like I'm entitled to $5 every month. The heck. You know what I mean? Anyway, so our struggle right now is, yes, they give the opinion, but because mommy and daddy, well, mostly mommy right now, because mommy has the final say, it almost feels like there's no point for the opinion, like they don't see the point in having to clean the room. They don't see the point in having to. One of my child doesn't see the point in spending all that time at school. You see what I'm saying? So maybe this is for the future. Anywho, people, that was my alarm for me to go pick up the girls. I told you all day, I've been going all day, and that was so I don't forget to go pick up. It has happened, so never again. So what do you think about this? What do you think? I don't think this is the only way to raise happy kids. I think some of it is common sense that we already know, but this about not eating separately, work life balance, not hovering over our kids. I mean, that is a struggle, I think, for parents here in the States. The hovering over the kids. Now that I'm in this parenting thing, I know I'm early in the game. It's not like my kids are still young, but I see it. I see it. The playground is so clear. And it's just, I do feel like we're hovering so much compared to my upbringing. There's a lot of hovering and I don't like it. But then I don't know how else we're going to do it. It's just for school alone. Let's talk about school. Do you know how many apps I have to? I'm so confused even with the apps. And I feel like I don't care. I don't care what my kid did in class. All I care is that she's getting taught, like by when I see her test results, midterm, end of the year, it better show me she's learning, that you're teaching her right and she's learning. Let me know if she's not doing well. Then get my attention. If not, I don't need to see that she filled out the journal or that she colored or that she. Why? Who came up with this thing? Where now I have 5 different apps to keep up with what she's doing in class. What? So this year, let's just say the teacher has sent a couple emails. I guess I'm not the only one because she has sent a couple emails about parents who have not signed on to, this is public information, to Sesame and Dojo. Please do so. For what? I finally signed on. For what? It's the same thing. I don't need to see it. I don't, what is this? Why am I this involved in my child's schooling? Teacher, if she's falling behind, let me know. Then I can step in and see what we can be doing at home. But if she's doing okay in school, well, good job. You're doing your job. No offense, teachers. I know you have to. This is this you have to do. But please just know from this parent, and I'm sure there's so many more. I don't want to be involved in seesaw. I don't need to see what they painted in class and what they drew in class and what they answered in class. If she doesn't do well in the test, send the paper home. I'll review. I know what the curriculum is. By age 3, she should know her ABCs. Does she know her ABCs? Then we're good. The Harvard. Okay, I've gone too far on this. You can see how how I feel. But anyway, this is it, people. It is linked in the description box below, so you can review for yourself and take from it what you may. All right, let me know what you think in the comment section. All right, people. Thank you so much for watching, and feel free to share this video. Share it if you think it's of value. Oh, this is something that people should know. Ma'am, thank you. Yes, share it. Okay, I need to get off. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.